It's finally that time! Bachelorette teasers and promos are coming back, and yesterday we got our very first bit of actual footage for the new season of The Bachelorette. Which means it's time to dust off my old detective board, pop on my tinfoil hat, and begin collecting the thousands of promo and preview screenshots that would scare and confuse the hell out of anyone looking on my computer.
Why didn't you say something?
Now, this preview is rather short, but we're going to dive into as much as we can and see what juicy details we can squeeze out of it. Oh, and two things. Number one, the whole spoiler situation is a bit weird this year, with Clare being replaced by Tayshia at some point in the season, so discussions on what we think could go down with Clare are totally fair game. If you want to comment on that below, go right ahead, but if there are any spoilers for Tayshia, please refrain from posting those. Thank you.
I would never want my children having a father like you.
Okay.
I want respect.
So this is how the preview begins, with a clip of Clare demanding respect in her famous split from Juan Pablo in the final two of that season of The Bachelor. I'm pointing this out because what follows is Keke Palmer singing Aretha Franklin's Respect over the rest of the preview, and a number of people have been wondering if the use of that song is actually a dig at Clare. It's been speculated that the reason Clare was replaced was because she refused to continue the season when she found the man that she wanted to be with. And the Bachelorette Twitter page also tweeted out "Respect the journey," and it makes you wonder, is it a dig at Clare for not respecting her contract or respecting the process of a typical Bachelorette season? Now, adding this footage of Clare demanding respect works against that idea, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there's not a little bit of shade in there either. Now, the next 15 seconds is just Clare throwing around some roses and Keke continuing to sing Respect, and I'll be honest, with how long this off-season's been and having to wait until October for an actual season of The Bachelorette to begin, the theme song for this season should have actually been Now here we get our first bit of footage.
I have so much to share and I have so much to give, and I want that with a man.
3 shots of Clare from 3 different points in her season. The first is from a one-on-one as Clare laughs with one of her men, and we know she's not in her night one dress, which we'll see in a bit. Now, if you freeze on this frame right here, you can see that this is a white guy with dark hair and stubble, so that narrows it down to 90% of the guys. But what actually narrows it down is when we move a few more frames, we can see the tattoos on his arm here. Looks an awful lot like the tattoo of roses that we can see on Jason's cast photo. He even has the matching white t-shirt and stubble too. Now, if we move on to the next shot, we get our first look at the actual night one. This is Clare's night one dress, and she's smooching up with a guy that we can't identify. But here we can see that the Bachelorette gimmicks and attempts to stand out will still be on display even at the La Quinta bubble, as there's a classic carnival test of strength high striker right here. It has some little fun Bachelor themed writing on it like first kiss, group date, first impression rose, but it'll be nothing more than just a cute game, cause if all you needed to do to get the first impression rose was hit it that high, my cousin's 2-year-old would probably qualify. The last shot here is Clare telling someone she has a lot to share and give, and she wants that with a man. This is, again, not night one. We'll see Clare with a different hairstyle and earrings for that. Ultimately, this shot could be nothing, but it could be her speaking to that man that she wants to share and give with. And pause. This is Dale. You might have heard a lot about Dale if you've googled The Bachelorette at any point in the last month. Here he's making a great first impression on Clare with a little makeout session night one. We know cause, well, it's Clare's night one dress, and we're going to see that in just a moment.
I know what I'm looking for, and I'm so ready for this. Cheers!
And there's the confirmation. Clare in her night one outfit. We can also see that limos will still be a thing in the Bachelorette bubble. And we get a look at all the men. Notably, no one seems to be in costume, except for maybe this guy right here doing his best impression of The Great Gatsby or something. Now that being said, we have seen gimmicks where a guy comes out in one thing and then later changes, so don't be worried, we still might see a man come out in a raccoon suit or something.
I don't want that, and that creates drama. I don't want it.
Now, the last bit of this preview is more Keke Palmer and more Clare spinning around and stuff, and finally her throwing away more roses to the trash bin. But we've now got our first look at the actual season, and at first glance, it seems as though the Bachelor people are doing their best job to make this opening part of the season seem just like any other that would have started at the mansion. Limos, games, night one toasts. Of course, what remains to be seen is how things go down after night one. How will group dates and one-on-ones look? And how will things get to the point where a new Bachelorette needs to be brought in? The Bachelorette starts up again October 13th, and you can be sure we'll be getting more previews to sleuth out, and I can't wait to add more screenshots of Chris Harrison to my conspiracy wall. So thanks for watching this video, and be sure to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, Bachelor Fantake, out.